In this season of Draft Mode, we go back to the basics. The two best duelists at Nightmount, James and Pat, will be revisiting the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. Each episode, we will open 50 cards from either Legendary Mega Packs or Gold Series packs. The minimum deck size is reduced to 20 cards, and the cards opened each set do not carry over. In addition, in order to level the playing field, the winner of each week will open one McDonald's promo pack, and they will have to play those cards in their deck. Therefore, the duelists have to rethink and revamp their strategy each episode. Welcome to Draft Mode, Season 3. Alright, and welcome to the season finale of Season 3 of Draft Mode. It's been quite the ride. There's been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of just surprise kind of wins, especially for me personally. So I think this should be a really interesting set. We'll be opening all 8 of the champion packs. Similar to Season 1, actually, we'll be opening 2 packs from each. And the cards in these sets are a little bit better, so we shouldn't see the shutout that was the Season 1 finale. I also will be opening McDonald's packs for this episode, since I won the last time. And that might actually change it. I'm kind of looking forward to it because some of the cards in here, the McDonald's packs might come in handy. So we'll see what I get. I'm going to get right into it. Let's go with Champion Pack 1 here. So great start here, actually. Reflect Bounder, Stealth Bird, and Mysterious Guard are all usable cards. Particularly Mysterious Guard for some interesting plays with another card that is in the set. Reflect Bounder is obviously a great beater. Stealth Bird's a great defender. We've seen that used before to some very annoying success. So we're hoping to see that happen again on my side. So the next pack here, Champion Pack 1, we get another Mysterious Guard. King Tiger Wangyu is actually a really great floodgate. I've not actually played with Emissary of the Afterlife, but we'll see exactly how well that's going to go. We're going to jump right into Champion Pack 2. So Champion Pack 2 here. Thunder Dragon's kind of useless unless I get another one just to kind of thin my deck out a little bit. Terraforming could be good. Stray Lambs are not the best, but at least it's just more bodies on the field. So it's kind of not a great pack. Let's hop into the next one. Oh, Rush Recklessly is great. Big Bang Shot's great. Another Terraforming kind of a waste of a card, but we'll see exactly how useful that will be in Champion Pack 3.
All right, heading into the final week here. Pretty excited. If I remember the count correctly, I believe I have 1 game up on Patrick. So the best that he can hope for is to time me, which gives me a little bit of breathing room to play some funky stuff here, which is going to be pretty useful because I'm pretty sure that we're going to have to play something funky this week. We're opening 8 champion packs that cover everything from dual monsters to 5Ds. There's going to be no cohesion, no consistent strategy, no archetypes to play around probably, unless you get crazy lucky. So yeah, it's going to be funky, and so that breathing room is nice. Opening up here, the Stealth Bird, I appreciate that flip damage. Give Patrick some PTSD from the progression series. Metamorphosis, $1,600. Wow, that's huge. Unfortunately, I don't believe that there are any fusion monsters that we can pull. That's kind of the downside of winning last week. I don't get to pull any cards from a McDonald's pack, which would actually be really useful this last week. Set number 2 here, Magical Stone Excavation. Okay, discard 2 to add a spell back. That's pretty nice. Book of Taiyu goes well with the zombies. Don't have any zombies yet, though. Rush Recklessly, that's basically a battle trap, honestly. Happy Lover, that's $23 for a crap card. Champion Pack 3 here, Fairy Dragon is really bad. Feather of Phoenix is okay, it's recovery.
Alright, so Champion Pack 3 here. Fairy Dragon, not good. Gravekeeper's Chief is actually alright if I get Necro Valley. Other than that, not the best, I will have to say. Not actually played with this card. I don't know very much about it. So we'll just move on. Alright, next pack here. There's actually Necro Valley, so that means that the other card is usable. Contract the Abyss allows us to use Zork. We'll see how useful that is. Chiron the Mage is pretty good for dealing with back row and is 1800, so not too bad. Alright, next pack. Soul Exchange is good. Oh, Treeborn Frog. That's really kind of what I was looking for. Mother Grizzly is actually an interesting way to bring out Treeborn Frog. So that, could be useful, honestly. So these are all great cards. Alright, next pack here. Another Treeborn Frog and Mother Grizzly. Wow, this is actually And a Robin Goblin's good. I like to see that. But it doesn't really work super well with Reborn Frog, so we'll have to see what exactly we could be doing. As well as, I know Gold's in one of these packs, so I don't know how excited I would be to rip cards out of James's hand. But seeing the double Reborn Frog is really good. Alright, Champion Pack 5 here, so this is where things are going to start heating up a little bit more. Oh, Dark Ruler Hades. Actually pretty cool. 2450 might not seem like a lot, but that extra 50 points really gets over quite a bit. DD Crow's also great for just kind of, if James tries to do anything with the graveyard. Amazon of the Seas, not great, but it is a searchable target off of Mother Grizzly, so just keeping advantage on the board could be useful. Alright, next pack here. Another DD Crow, good to see. Protector of the Sanctuary. Kind of an interesting card with being able to stop James from grabbing cards. Hammer Shot's also good too, just for removal. Actually, not bad cards. This is what I was talking about. Like they're not like standout cards, but they have a place. All right, Champion Pack 6. We're kind of just blowing right through this. Cold Wave, good card. Dimension Wall's actually not bad. Soul Purity and Light, it's just, I have to run a lot of light monsters, and I don't know if that's going to end up happening. If I do, it's a pretty sick special. You're just getting a 2,000 point beater on the field that lowers the enemy's attack by 300 during their battle phase. Not bad, but like I don't see it working with what we've gotten so far. But we'll see exactly what we get in the next pack. So that's a light, but it's not a great light. Amplifier only works with Jinzo, so that's right up. Magical Hats is actually an interesting card. I don't see that working out too well either, but I guess I might be able to summon some of these light monsters with Treeborn, so we'll see.
Although it takes your next draw, essentially. Contract with the Abyss would be nice if we actually, had anything that any ritual monster we could summon off of it. Chiron the Mage, on the other hand, got some back row removal there, and it's got a decent stat line, so that's pretty nice to see. Fourth Champion Pack. DD Survivor has a nice stat line, so I'm not sad about that. Hand of Nephthys, I'm not going to be using at all. And Mother Grizzly is a water recruiter. Could splash it in depending on what we get, but I haven't seen anything so far that would go well with it. Another DD Survivor, definitely happy to see that. Again, we need some stuff with decent stat lines. We're probably not going to have very many boss-type monsters, or boss monsters, so... Cypher Soldier, 1350. I could have sided that in if Patrick's running a lot of warriors, I guess. Champion Pack 5 here, Wave Motion Cannon, a little bit more burn damage. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's too much spell trap removal, so we might run this in the main deck. We can always take it out in game 2 if Patrick actually does have a lot of spell and trap removal. But can stack that up, get some burn damage, and kind of mesh with that Stealth Bird. Protector of the Sanctuary, of course, has a pretty decent stat line, defensive card. Locks my opponent out of drawing. I don't think that's going to matter. Not with the cards that are in this set. Champion Pack 5, DD Crow is a pretty good hand trap. Let's see what else we get here. Magical Hats, okay. I'm not a huge fan of Magical Hats because it takes up 2 additional cards, and so far we don't have any monsters that I'm dying to protect, so not really concerned there. Soul of Purity and Light, it's 2k, you gotta banish a light monster. Meh. Theban Nightmare, if it's the only card in my hand or in my field, or on my field, it gains 1500. Probably not. I mean, I might throw it in there just because I need, 1500 for what I've pulled so far is okay, but I don't think I'm ever gonna get to 3000. Alright, next pack here, let's see what we get. Fusilier is actually not that bad. It's just, if there's a skill drain, it's really good, because you get a 2800. I don't know how useful it is. If I get double cost, on which I might have actually gotten past the opportunity to get it, it would be really good. But unfortunately, I don't think that that's actually going to be playable. Homunculus, also kind of not great. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Alright, next pack. Instant Fusion. So that means that if I get a fusion monster out of McDonald's packs, I can actually just special summon, and then maybe I can tribute over for something else. If I've got like Treeborn on the field and I get a double tribute in there, that might be pretty good. Ancient Rules might actually not be that bad. It allows me to bring out a really high level normal monster, and there's a lot of those in the McDonald's pack, so that might be pretty good as
well. Counter is good if he has Solemn, so not bad at all. So like, generally speaking, like depending on what else I get, these cards are actually pretty good. All right, last of the champion packs here. We got 2 of champion pack 8. Necro Garden, a very good card for graveyards. This might actually be removed. Mushroom Man, not that great. It is an Earth, but I don't know how useful it is. Miraculous Rebirth's only good if we get really high chains. So I might be able to do something with that, with just a bunch of trap cards, but we'll have to see. All right, last pack of the champion packs before we get into McDonald's pack. Let's see what we get. Alien Mother, a common. Okay, it's an interesting card. At least another Mushroom Man. Cell Explosion Virus. I'm not familiar with that card. I'm not really familiar with this card either, to be completely honest. I believe it's part of the Alien archetype. I don't know. Let's get in the McDonald's pack. Let's see if this can tie it together. Ooh, I do see some purple here. Those are both summonable off of Instant Fusion. So Instant Fusion is actually pretty good. I can bring out one of these guys and Treeborn Frog and then summon one of the higher level monsters for just 1,000 cost. So what I'm looking at here, Ancient Rules isn't going to be that usable considering the fact that I just don't have a whole lot of cards that I don't have any card actually that goes with it. I was kind of hoping for Gigantes. Doesn't look like that's going to end up happening, unfortunately, because that would make Trachodon actually kind of viable in my deck, but it doesn't look like it. I don't think I got double cost on either, which is also kind of a bad hit. But Big Bang Shot and Rush Recklessly are actually pretty good for battle traps to kind of get James off of his game a little bit. I do know there's a couple of them in here, so we'll have to see exactly what we're able to work with this, but I think it's pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and download that, and I'll see you guys in the deck builder.
This, however, this is a big deal. Cold Way, locking my opponent out of spells and traps for an entire turn. Oh, yourself as well, but as we've seen so far, not that big of a deal. Super excited to see that one, especially since we haven't gotten many good spells and traps. And then here we go. We have Instant Fusion, which would normally be very exciting, except for the fact that we don't have access to fusion monsters, so it's kind of a dead pull. Ancient Rules is nice. I haven't seen any level 5 or higher normal monsters. Counter, we got another one of those, just countering counter traps. And then Memory Crusher is super weak, and Patrick's probably not going to have more than 1 or 2 cards in their extra deck, his extra deck. So coming up here, Champion Pack 8, this is in the 5Ds era, so this is probably our best chance to get some decent cards. Prohibition, that's actually extremely exciting. Royal Oppression as well. Shut down special summons, right? Yeah, 800 life points to negate the special summon. Okay, so that's 2 very powerful backer right there. Neosmation sucks, we're ignoring Dark Panther. Let's see, what did we get here? Vanity's Ruler. Okay, so this is basically gonna be our boss monster. Your opponent can't special summon monsters. Meh, maybe. Like, it just really just depends on what Patrick's playing. It's 2 tributes for a 2,500 attack point monster. Not super thrilled on that. I'm gonna be honest, looking at what we've got here, I don't really see too much of a cohesive strategy. Personally, I really wish that we had been able to pull a McDonald's pack. That would have been nice, but hey, we're going to roll with what we've got. We've got some pretty good back row, some way to shut Patrick out of his cards. It's really going to come into play, I think, more in Game 2. Other than that, we're basically relying on some box standard monsters, 17, 18, 1900 attack points, kind of whittle them down. And hope that he didn't pull anything extremely powerful. We don't have much monster removal, like at all. I don't think we have any monster removal actually. And then, oh boy, yeah, I mean, if he got strong monsters, we are in for a world of hurt. But we won't know until we get in the duel. So I'll try to build something from this, and I'll see you in the deck builder.
Alright, so here we are with the deck. I think it's a pretty flexible deck, actually. I'm fairly happy with it. In fact, I'm running 22 cards because I just had a lot of cards that I liked. Going into round 2, I'm going to be signing out this card and this card for sure. And the reason that they're in here is because I have to play Trachodon according to the rules. And then Emissary actually can search Trachodon, get it out of my deck, and thin it. So that's pretty nice. Treeborn Frog, I got 2 of them, so I can just keep on recurring them, which allows for a lot of summoning with Dark Ruler Hades and just keeps, you know, something on the field. I'm not too worried about it. I do have Stray Lambs down here just in case I'm thinking that James might be getting through a little bit. King Tiger Wangyu is actually a pretty good floodgate, stops anything with 1400 or less attack if it's normal or special summon. So they just can't come on the field, so that means that if he's running Mother Grizzlies, you know, they're not coming out here. A Mother Grizzly can also just search another one, and then also a Treeborn Frog as well, so that's pretty nice. I do have some forms of removal in Hammer Shot, so that's not too bad. I also got Bouncing with Mysterious Guard, so in case he's got some problem monster that can place this face down, flip it up, take care of him. I'm kind of trying to run him down on the resource game because I would like to see Soul of Purity and Light come out. I do have a couple lights. I have Reflect Bounder, I have Homunculus, and I have Majestic Mech. I really need an answer to a possible alternative Stealth Bird if he's running it, which he will if he pulled it. So, and that's really where Homunculus comes in. And I do have a couple answers down here. I've got Chiron the Mage, I've got Fusilier. If I'm really able to keep a lot of presence on the board, I might bring out Fusilier and BES Crystal Cord. I have something to go into that I think can get over a lot. Like Fusilier, I think is probably the strongest card in this set. I also do have Instant Fusion, so I can get access to either one of these 2 guys. They can't attack, and they they don't have an effect, but it's another way of special summoning out. So if I just got this in my hand, I have no problem paying the 1,000 life points to then, you know, summon out Dark Ruler Hades or something like that and just beat over basically everything else in the format. So Majestic Mech can also come out through a fairly similar one, but it can normal summon without tributing, so if we really need to get this out, also it's a great way to get into the graveyard because it gets destroyed immediately in order for Soul of Purity and Light to come out and banish. So we've got a lot of ways of generating tons of advantage, keeping lots of things on the board, so I'm really looking to just tickle James a little bit for the start of the game and then just start whacking him as we get further into the game. So we'll see if he's got a boss monster that he's able to go into fairly consistently. I think I'll have a problem, but if it's kind of more of a high roll strategy, or if he doesn't have a boss monster, I think I might actually have this. So let's see how well it goes, and I'll see you guys in the duel.
All right, so that's what I came up with. I did manage to get down 20 cards, which is nice. You might notice that a lot of the cards that I was pretty hyped for, a couple of them, are in the side deck here. Prohibition's in the side deck because I need to see what Patrick pulled before I can start calling cards. So it makes more sense to side it in game 2. DD Crow, there's no point in me having in my main deck if he doesn't have anything. If I don't see anything in game 1 that he cares about having in the graveyard, there's no point in me banishing stuff from his graveyard. It's just a wasted card at that point. And then Cypher Soldier, if he's playing a lot of warriors, I'll side that in game 2. If not, then there's no point in me having a 1350 monster chilling in my deck when I've got better options. My main deck, on the other hand, is pretty exciting. Boss monsters, Vanity's Ruler, prevents him from special summoning. Cool, you know, especially since he's probably going to have access to the extra decks with the McDonald's pack opening. Although I do have another answer down here in Royal Oppression. And the nice thing is that I can summon him off of Stray Lambs. They allow me to tribute summon off of them, so pretty excited for that. Chiron the Mage is basically my only back row removal. Then I've got a couple cards here. DD Survivor is just basically a stat line. King Tiger Wangyu, ability to destroy things with 1400 or less attack when they're summoned. Useful, you know. It's also got a pretty decent stat line, so not too sad about that. I've got 2 Theban Nightmares in here, basically just because they're the next strongest thing that I had. And in the off chance that I do get one of them up to 3000, it's going to be super impactful. Protector of the Sanctuary is basically in there because it's got 1900 defense. Preventing Patrick from drawing, I don't think it's going to come into play. There's not a whole lot of draw cards in here from what I've seen. Haven't really researched these packs that much, so maybe. But, you know, just in case, it's there. Dark Panther is in there simply so that I can steal my opponent's effect if he has something super good. Especially if he has something with monster removal. Definitely going to be grabbing that effect. Mysterious Guard is in there. Flip effect. Get to bounce a monster back to the top of his deck. So if he works really hard to get a monster on the field, I can just bounce it back. Stealth Bird's in there for the juicy burn damage, which is, other than just grinding Patrick down, gonna be our win con basically. Because the next card here is Wave Motion Cannon. Gonna be trying to, you know, maybe we get 8,000 damage from that. That'd be pretty cool, depending on how much back removal Patrick has. God knows I don't have much. Cold Wave. If Patrick does end up getting some really good back row cards, I can shut it down with that. Magical Stone Excavation allows me to add spells from my graveyard back to my hand. Might side that out in game 2, depending on how impactful my spells are. But be pretty useful if I could get Cold Wave or Wave Motion Cannon back on the field. 2 Stray Lambs because I need some extra defense, and of course I can use them for Vanity's Ruler. Do have to wait a turn, hope they survive, which they probably won't. It's fodder nonetheless. My body's a shield. Yeah, happily take that 1500 damage to negate activation of a spell or trap card or monster effect. Gotta protect my monsters, especially if I get Vanity's Ruler out there. Rush recklessly. I'm gonna use it like a battle trap. Extra 700 attack. In this match, probably gonna be pretty impactful. Royal Oppression. I already talked about that. I don't have any special summons, so let's go. And then Curse Seal of Forbidden Spell. I've got quite a few spell cards here, so I can negate the activation of Patrick's spell cards. So again, super useful. Of course, you could counter it, and considering the fact that I have 2 of them, I'm sure he's got at least 1, but worth a shot. Overall, I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. We've got a couple of things that I know I'm going to flex into, Prohibition, for example, and some options in case he's running certain things. I could grab Wild Nature's Release and a little bit more heavily on my beasts up here if I need, and Beast Warriors if I need to get some real damage on the field and start beating him down. There's actually a lot of flexibility here. The one thing that we're lacking is monster removal. So if he does get a very powerful monster onto the field, our only solution to that is Mysterious Guard to bounce it back to the top of the deck. And if that doesn't work, we just kind of lose. So let's hope that doesn't happen. But only one way to find out. I'll see you in the duel.
All right, James, so finale. I actually think, so I won last week, and I think that the McDonald's cards are actually going to be really useful for me. Just a lot of the cards in this set benefit from some of the McDonald's cards, I would say. So what do you think? How are you feeling?
I think that I pulled both Metamorphosis and Instant Fusion, but because I wasn't opening a McDonald's pack, I didn't get any fusion cards. That's what I think.
That kind of sucks for you, I guess. But I'm going to go over here. I've got written down here the actual results from the season so far. So those of you guys who may not remember, I won episode 1, James won episode 2, James won episode 3, I won episode 4 and 5, James won episode 6 and 7, and then I won episode 8, and then James won 9 and 10, and I came back with episode 11. That puts me at 5 to James's 6.
That's what I thought it was. I was saying in the pack opening that the best you could hope for is to tie me this season, which is really good based on what I pulled.
Yeah, so I can look for the tie, and go for that, or James can look to take it away actually. So we'll have to see exactly what happens.
You could look for the 2-point conversion. It's risky.
You know what? I'm gonna run it in. I'm gonna 2-0 you and get the extra point here. Yeah,
there you
definitely. Go. Anyway, let's get right into it.
I'd be curious to see how this ends up if. Oh hey, we're scissoring.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'd be curious to see. Oh no.
Aha.
How this ended up if we counted, game wins as opposed to match wins.
I would be interested to see that. So I'm not entirely sure. My hand already is not good, so that's fine. I see I'm running 1 card more than you.
You are.
So my
you're actually running three more cards than me because you have an extra deck.
That is, that's true. I do have an extra deck, and that allows me to do certain things. So we are going to go ahead and set a card, and then I'll set a back row, and end my turn. Your move.
Impossible. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go into my main phase, and then I'm gonna DD Survivor.
I see. Okay. Interesting.
Battle phase.
Go for it.
Attack.
So this is actually a Mysterious Guard, so I will just Wind Blast that back on top of the deck.
Yep, that's fair.
Top
Top of the deck.
So at least I know what that is, and that kind of sticks you a little bit.
Little bit. I think I'll set 2 and pass.
All right, standby main. So this is an interesting situation I'm going to be finding myself in. I'm going to go ahead and bring out Homunculus, the Alchemic Being.
Okay.
And I'm going to use its effect to change it to a fire type.
Okay.
And I'm going to go and attack for 18. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Did you change its type just for shits and giggles?
You'll find out. All right, I'll end my turn.
Okay, well, I unsurprisingly drew DD Survivor.
What? Could be anything.
All right, it could be anything.
You know, that's absolutely right. During your turn, I'm going to change it back to light.
So it's once per turn, which means it's your turn.
Dang it. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
I'm assuming its effects don't proc in the graveyard. All right, that's fine. We'll crash.
No, we're not crashing. You're taking 700.
Ah, I see. Okay. I will take the 700 then.
Main phase 2. I'll set another card. Go ahead.
Sounds good to me. Stand by main. I will go ahead and set a card. On my turn. Go for it.
Hey, I had to draw an actual card this time.
There you go.
Alright, stand by main. Battle.
Alright.
Attack.
So this is actually a treeborn frog.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
You actually gonna follow the effect this time?
Maybe.
I'm never gonna let you live that one down.
No, you won't, apparently. Alright, so he's setting a card.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Stand by main. I'm gonna go ahead and set a random card. Could be anything. Could be anything. I'm gonna run out a Reflect Bounder.
Ooh, okay.
Battle. I will attack your DD Survivor.
Okay? Thinking.
My effect only procs if I'm being attacked.
Right, which is why I'm trying to think what the hell you're doing.
So,
Okay.
there are cards that banish lights from the graveyard to special summon themselves, just as an FYI.
Yeah, there's a few.
Okay. So, on damaged a step, I will rush recklessly.
You just said that this turn, so you cannot.
Dang it. Alright. Well, I always forget about that. Alright, this is going to go to the graveyard.
Yeah, no, the quick plays, if you want to play them on your turn, you have to do them from the hand.
You know, I would forget about that all the time, but
It's okay. Everybody does.
Yep. Alright, go for it. Oh, yes. Okay. Yep. Your move.
Your move.
The misplays are gonna cost me. I can already tell.
Let's go. Oh boy, how do I want to do this?
You know, there's a variety of things you could be doing.
Do I want to get greedy is the question.
I mean, you don't know what my cards are that I've set. Well, you do know one of them. You know one of them is
I know
Recklessly.
one of them.
But I have a mysterious trap. I mean, other card that I have set. It could be anything. Could be anything.
I think the move here is to play greedy.
Okay.
Get another DD
Thinking
Survivor.
on summon.
Okay.
That's fine. Go for it.
All right. I will hit you for 36.
All right, I'll take the first 18.
Okay. What do you got
I'll
on the
take
second?
the second 18.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
Stand by. I will go ahead and set a card. And I will set another card. Your move.
This is understandable, and I accept this.
Sounds good to me, buddy.
Stand by main. I think. Do I switch up the strategy here, or do I keep rolling?
I mean, that's up to you. If you're able to clear this card, then, I mean, your 2 DD survivors can actually just kill me.
Yeah, that's a move. Yeah, sure, why not? It's the I'm one game up. It's fine.
Go for it. All right, so you
What do you
attack
got?
that.
Yeah.
So this is actually a mysterious card.
Okay, what are you bouncing?
Okay. So now here's the question. What do I actually bounce? I think I'll just bounce one of the survivors.
I was gonna say
That
one of the
keeps me
cards that
alive.
hasn't attacked.
That keeps me alive. Okay?
I would say that's the only move. Attack
So-
for 18.
Now, what I'm going to do here is actually fairly interesting. I'm going to activate Rush Recklessly, targeting your DD survivor.
Okay.
And then I'm going to activate Dimension Wall, Chain Link 2. And you take 25.
Okay.
Alright. We're good?
Sure. Yeah, that's good.
Sounds good. Let's see what we can get here. Interesting. Okay. How do I want to do this? Main 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna activate Instant Fusion.
Naturally.
I'm going to bring out.
Pay your 1,000, by the way.
I will. Give me a second. This guy.
Practical. Okay.
Yes. So the interesting thing here is that King Tiger Wagyu actually kind of like screws me over in a lot of ways.
I can imagine.
I'm gonna normal out Emissary of the Afterlife. And
Okay.
You can go to battle. I'll attack that card.
All right, on flip, I'm going to bounce Practical back to the deck.
That doesn't matter to me. It's honestly better than the alternative. All right, I will go ahead and then end my turn. Your move.
All right, I shall draw. I'm sure you know what it is.
Could be anything.
And I win this turn.
All right. Yep. That is it. G to the double G, buddy.
Oh,
Moving
boy.
to game 2. Yeah, so let's get into this next game here. We'll see. I mean, I'm definitely on the back foot right now, and I'm not super excited about that. To be honest.
Understandable. Read the draw for turn.
Ooh, this is actually not bad.
Patrick.
What's up?
Draw for turn.
Yeah, I'm looking at my hand.
You're in the main
that
phase.
That's much better now. All right, I'm gonna run out a set card and end my turn.
Okay.
Could be anything. There's like 2 cards you want to set in this series.
I'm going to go with
Maybe 3.
potentially Mysterious Guard.
Potentially. Mysterious Guard is great for tempo.
Yeah, it is. I agree. Let's get Chiron the Mage out here,
Sounds good.
and I'll attack.
All right, my Treeborn Frog goes to go.
Treeborn Frog, fair enough. Main phase 2. We're going to go with Wave Motion Cannon and a couple of set cards.
Okay,
Go ahead.
sounds good to me. I'll start my turn. Stand by main, or stand by. This guy comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now here's the question: what do I want to do here? Like, what are your set cards? Is the question. Like, do I want to keep out this guy and then just go for kind of crazy stuff, or do I want to just see what I can do? I think what I'm actually going to do is
No pressure, but if you lose this game, you lose the season.
I think I'm probably going to lose this game, but I'm going to normal summon Majestic Mech Oka using its ability.
Oh.
Yeah. Battle.
Okay.
I'll try to hit over your Chiron.
Yeah, I'm going to rush recklessly and get up to 2,500.
All right, that's fine. Oh, no.
I was
I
gonna
only lose 100 there.
I mean, if you want to lose 700, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, well, you know. All right, main phase 2.
That's a scary card.
What, Oka? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually pretty good.
Standby
it's pretty good.
phase. Gonna do that.
That is fine.
Boy. Yeah, that Treeborn Frog's annoying.
It's gonna be, well, I mean, it's countered heavily by King Tiger Wagyu, so there's that.
You're not wrong. Every
But,
turn.
I mean, it just keeps coming. I can just, like, every standby phase, just, you know, like, it just keeps coming back.
Yes. All right, I'll attack it with Neospatian Dark Panther.
That is fine. I'll take the 1800, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right.
Go
Sounds
ahead.
good to me. Standby. This thing comes back.
As it will continue to do so until the day I die. In
Yes.
attack position, huh?
I will activate Cold Wave.
That's fair.
Okay. I'm going to tribute for Dark Ruler Hades.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice. I just didn't want this guy to die.
Fair enough.
I will attack Chiron the Mage.
All right, I'll take 650.
Sounds good to me. It is fine by me. Alright, and my turn.
All right.
So you've seen a couple big boys come out here, so...
Yeah, I'm going to activate Stray Lamb to get a couple.
You cannot activate Stray Lambs under the effect of Cold.
You are correct.
That's
All right, well then I will switch him to defense.
fine.
All right, that's all I got.
Sounds good to me. I will draw. I draw. You put the token on Wave Motion Cannon, right?
Yes, I did. It's during my standby phase.
That's fine. Sounds good. Main phase 1, I'm going to run out my own Chiron the Mage, and
Okay.
I will declare its effect. Pop that.
Okay.
Battle. Let's see here. What do I want to vote? What are you doing?
Nothing.
Sounds good. You do have a... why did it just... Are you thinking?
They added a thinking button.
That is interesting. Okay. You know what? I think I'll just attack with Chiron, because I think the punish is still going to be the same anyway, and then I'll attack directly.
Okay.
Yeah, that wave motion cannon, once I saw it come out, I was like, I have the exact answer to this.
Yeah,
Alright,
I think
your move.
Chiron's like the only real...
No, there's another. There's another really good one.
Is there? There's
There
another
is.
answer?
Yes, so you cannot summon any other monsters other than these two this turn.
Correct. I can set. I could set, however.
You could set if you really wanted to.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So standby phase, this thing comes back. So I'm going to normal summon Treeborn.
No, Jesus. You got two
Battle.
Treeborn frogs?
I'll attack into these guys, because these guys don't have any defense, right? They're
Correct.
0. Okay. And then I will attack with Chiron first. And then I'll try to get him with Dark Ruler.
Alright. It's gotta
Alright,
be,
it goes through!
It's gotta be the top deck of the century, ladies and gents.
Can you stand up to my double Treeborn frog? Alright, I guess not. So that's pretty good, pretty good.
I'm gonna go first this time.
Let's see if it works out better for you than it did for me for game 1.
We'll see.
I'm already looking at it, and I'm not too upset about it, to be honest.
Alright. I'm going to open up with a big fat
Set. Alright.
set. And then I am going to... Oh boy. Do I want to play this card? Do I not want to play this card?
That is entirely up to you. Do you have a Cold Wave, by the way?
In my hand?
No, just in general.
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Nah, I'll just pass.
Sounds good to me, buddy. I'm gonna go ahead and draw. Stand by me. I think I'm just gonna run out this homunculus.
Alright.
Battle.
Okay.
Attack. Try to clear this.
Alright, take 100.
That is fine with me. Main 2. I'm gonna go ahead and set a card, and it's your go.
Alright, I shall draw. Stand by main. I'm going to normal summon Chiron the Mage.
That's fine.
I'm going to discard a card to pop your back row. To graveyard.
All right. You have to discard a spell.
Oh, whoops.
But thanks for letting me know what you have. Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spell.
Ignore that, sir. Oh, wow, I don't want to get rid of any of my spells.
Well, then, I mean, you can. I will allow you to choose not to activate it.
Oh, no, I'm going to activate it. I just don't want to get rid of all this. Alright, go ahead.
Okay, that's fine. I don't really mind.
Dimension Wall. Actually, kind of happy that's not there anymore. I'll switch Protector of the Sanctuary to attack position.
I'm assuming you're gonna attack with that first, right?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah. All right, I'll take the 7. I'll take the 18.
Yeah.
Here. All right. Cool. All right.
Main phase 2. I'm going to set 2 and pass.
Cool. Stand by main. Let's see here. I know you don't have a whole lot of monsters, so, but like those set cards kind of worry me a little bit. Could be a lot of things. I just don't know what they are, right? Like I haven't seen a whole lot of your back row here. I know one of them's Curse Seal of Forbidden Spell. So, but like, what is the other one? Do you have something that's gonna knock me back, or do I want to stack your deck? You know, because like I probably have Mysterious Guard, right? You know, I think I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna run out the Mysterious Mech or Mysterious Mech.
All right.
So, how many Rush Recklessly can you have? Have I seen you had 2 before, or do I only know you have 1?
I think you've only seen 1.
Okay, I'm gonna attack your Chiron.
Okay.
All right, take the 600 then, I guess. Okay. End phase, this goes to the grave.
Yep.
Viewing graveyards. Oh, do you have the Chain Link 4 spell? Because there ain't going to be no Chain Link 4s, I can tell you that much. Because I'm thinking, like, basically what I'm thinking here is as long as I keep you off those 1800s, I don't think you have very much that can hurt me. At least that I've seen. See about half your deck. Like, obviously you can get in for, you can poke for 1100, but, like, how much is that going to really do at the end of the day?
Yeah, you know, I'm going to flip to defense.
Okay. I mean, at least you know my normal summon of 2400 is down. I kind of built my deck to get around Stealth Bird, and it doesn't do the same thing to get around the Protector of the Sanctuary, I will say.
Why Stealth Bird?
It's in the set. And I figured you were going to play a lot of it.
I'm going to declare... I'm going to declare Chiron the Mage.
Okay, sure. It's one of my forms of removal.
Go ahead.
Sounds good. No attacking. That's fine. Standby main.
Sorry, I gotta think now that we're in game 3.
Yeah.
I also kind of sort of wrecked this game.
Well, that's not good for you, but very good for me then, I guess. I'm gonna run out a Reflect Bounder.
All right.
I'll just try to... Oh, what am I doing? I'm not gonna attack that.
I was gonna say, you want to take 200 damage? Go right the hell ahead.
No. Main 2. I'll just set my turn. That's fine.
All right, I will draw.
I completely forgot you would change it to defense position.
I guess I'm just gonna stray lamb here, ladies and gentlemen.
That is fine by me.
Go right ahead.
I'll draw. Stand by me. I think I just set. Because I think I have time. So we'll see what you're breaking out here. You don't really want to attack into Reflect Bounder, but like you can.
Yeah.
Because you take at minimum 18 in return, and I only take 100, so like it's actually a pretty good roll.
Yeah, so I'm gonna switch Protector to attack position.
Sure.
And I'll attack your defense position monster.
I don't care. It's Treeborn.
Okay. Main
There's
phase
a lot that I want to bring out here, but like,
2.
I haven't.
I'm gonna tribute both of these.
Can you tribute those?
You can.
Okay, sure.
I double checked with Michael before we played.
Vanity's Ruler. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Special summoning lockdown. That's all I got, so go ahead.
That is fine by me.
I had to make sure that your monster wasn't the bouncy dude.
That is fine. It is not the bouncy dude. I'm going to set a card. Could be anything.
Could be the bouncy dude.
Could be the bouncy dude. Battle phase. I'll attack the Protector and get rid of it.
Yeah, okay, I'll take 600.
Main 2, I'll have my turn. What you got? My set card could be anything. It could be the bouncy dude. It could be a Necro Guard. No, who knows? Could be another Chiron the Mage, even though that would be not allowed. Because I don't think I can even set Chiron under Prohibition.
You know, I actually don't know the answer to that question. It's usually used for spells and traps.
Yeah, I would imagine I can't set it. Because it says cannot be used.
Yeah,
so like,
cannot be used means played, activated. Yeah, that's kind of how I read it, but...
Yeah, that's how I read it too.
I've actually only ever run into Prohibition once in a game, in like real life game.
I mean, it wouldn't change what I'm going to do, so like, it's whatever. Anyway, go ahead and do your turn.
All right, let's get DD Survivor out here.
That's fine. Go for it.
And I guess, I got to do something about this. So I'll take the 1800 and you take the 1.
That is fine with me.
And then we'll see if this is bouncy dude.
Yep, I'm gonna bounce it back.
Okay, I kind of figured.
I mean, yeah, it's like.
No, that's totally fair. It's got you got to do what you got to do, man.
This guy's gonna come out here.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so standby main. So actually, I'm gonna bring out something that you might not have seen yet. I'm gonna go ahead and tribute for BS Crystal Core. So the thing about this one is he actually gets 3 counters.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I attack, I have to either spend a counter, or if I get attacked, I have to spend a counter. So, and that's kind of just gives me battle protection. And when it runs out of counters, it dies.
Mm-hmm.
So battle phase 1, I'm going to attack your DD Survivor for 300 and spend a counter. And then I will end my turn.
All right, I will draw.
Could be anything. Could be literally anything.
I will set.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sounds good. Standby main. I'll run out a Necro Garden actually in attack position here because I think I can afford to.
Okay.
I'll go to battle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing: is this like a DD Survivor that you've just set in defense position to avoid like me killing you, or is this something that actually has defense points?
I have things with defense points.
Yeah,
that wasn't one of them.
All right, sounds good. That's actually a pretty good card.
It can be.
Yes. Too bad. You have Prohibition on the field, so yeah, no. I'll attack directly.
Yeah, I'll take 600.
I'll end my turn. I'm realizing I neglected to bring out Treeborn there, but that's okay.
And we continue the trend of me just setting cards.
That's fine. Me getting the bouncy dude I think kind of put you back a little bit.
Well, and I knew you'd get it eventually, so
I have 2 of them, so yes. You've just seen that I have 2 of them too.
It is what it is, okay?
All right, stand by. I'm going to bring up Treeborn here.
Okay.
An attack position. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm going to tribute 2 cards for Fusilier Dragon, the dual mode beast.
Nice.
All right, battle. I will spend the last card, last one that's on it, so it doesn't get destroyed right away.
Correct.
If it gets attacked again or attacks, it gets destroyed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's how it is. Anyway, so battle. I'll just attack directly for 28. See, that's what I was talking about with Stealth Bird. I wanted to get around it.
That's fair. All right, I need the top deck of the century, ladies and gentlemen. That wasn't it.
All right, so I end up pushing for a tie, which means that I didn't have any spells in my hand. Like, I had a lot of good spells, like this one, that one.
Why'd you banish it?
Because it's the next one down.
Okay, so I was kind of kicking myself because I had a lot of other things in here that were designed to just prevent special summoning, react to spells and traps, recover things. And I was starting to be like, oh man, I should have taken them out. But now that I see your back row, I'm like, okay, that's fair. I'm okay with the fact that I didn't take those out. Yeah, I see. The only monster I got with any attack points was this one. The fact that you had the bouncy dudes, that was kind of a problem. I only had one of them.
I did have 2. I did have 2 of these guys too.
I was really hoping that I would be able to get one of my Theban Nightmares off, but yeah, I just didn't have any attack power. So basically, my strategy was, all right, I just have to kind of grind him down. Yeah. And, it worked out in game 1, but not in game 2 and 3 when you actually got out monsters.
Well, see, in game 1, so, like, what I tried to do is because I knew that I was going to have the stupid McDonald's card. It was like a 1300 vanilla, but it was level 3. So it had an interesting interaction with the Reaper guy that I had sent out in game 1, where if he goes to the graveyard, I can just search him.
The normal.
That's a nice way of thinking my deck. So I was like, might as well do that since I have to play the other card. Problem is, I drew both of them in my opening hand. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, I know. Looking through, I was like, because, Royal Oppression, really strong card by itself. Vanity's really, really strong card by itself. Prohibition, yeah, I also had one of him. But
yeah, that was really good. It's actually really, really good, and I have a lot of ways of getting lights in my graveyard, so it's just a free special summon.
I had like 2 or 3 lights in total.
I had 3, well, not including this guy, obviously. I had 4, including him. But, just them being able to go out there is pretty nice. I also had a Protector of the Sanctuary.
Yeah, no, you're actually looking at all of my lights right now. 2 Theban Nightmares and a Vanity's Ruler.
Wow. I mean, Theban Nightmare's good, but like...
I mean, it can be good. I was saying in the deck builder, I was like, okay, if, we're backed into a corner, I've got no cards in hand, no cards on the field, I guess Theban Nightmare, 3k beater, let's go. But yeah, Mysterious Guard actually played a much bigger role than I would have expected.
I figured he was going to because when I was looking at the set ahead of time, I didn't see a lot of cards that were removal oriented and would be able to kind of stop Mysterious Guard. So I'm figuring like the optimal play of Mysterious Guard is exactly what I did, which is bouncing a 2 tribute monster back on top of your deck.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's a +2 in card advantage, just straight up.
Yeah, I was hoping, I didn't know if you'd get anything from the main deck, but I was like, okay, he has access to the extra deck, so, Mysterious Guard, bounce stuff back to the extra deck, which is what I did in game 1 or whatever.
Yeah, I really didn't care about that because it was going to die anyway at the end of the turn. I didn't know if you realized it.
No, I didn't realize that. I forgot about that part of Instant Fusion.
Instant Fusion kills it. I also cited out Instant Fusion and Dimensional Barrier, or Dimensional whatever it was. Just because I didn't want, I wanted the ability to not have any spells and traps on my side of the field. And Soul Exchange is also, similar vein as Mysterious Guard. I could just tribute your Vanity's ruler and just get out there. I kind of just had answers to everything you had. The only 2 dead monster cards in my hand would be Dark Ruler and Crystal Core.
Yeah.
No. And even then, if I have a Treeborn in my graveyard, I can just summon them anyway.
Mm-hmm. Going into this last game, I guess a couple turns in, I was like, okay, I guess we got to try to roll with Wave Motion Cannon.
Yeah. Did you have Wave? Did you side it out or did you keep it?
No, it was the second to last card in my deck. That's the problem.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
well, if you had gotten it,
burn,
I mean, if I can't use Chiron, that's my only form of back row removal in the whole set.
See, that's the thing. Okay, Chiron is the only back removal we have for monster removal.
We do have access to Gigantes, but it is a rare.
Yeah.
So just saying.
Then the only monster removal that I saw was things like Mysterious Guard, Soul Exchange, and Hammer Shot.
There were a couple traps. I mean, there's Solemn, there's Bottomless.
I didn't see that.
There's Sakaretsu armors in here. That's why I was so scared when I was attacking into, because I'm like, what if you got Sack? But clearly you didn't. So
I figured that I knew that something had to have been in here. That's why I kept my body as a shield in.
Yeah. No, that's.
I'll happily pay 1,500 to protect Vanity's Ruler or Theban Nightmare or something.
Yeah, but that's. I mean. Well. My body's a shield is an interesting way of using Theban Nightmare, because if you've got him if you got my body on the field, and I target your Theban Nightmare or something like that for whatever reason. Let's say we get in a situation where I've got Sack on the field, you've got no cards in hand, you've got my body on the field or in your hand, I guess technically, because it's a quick play, and you attack. I sack your Theban. You activate my body. Now you have no spells on the field and no cards in hand.
Yeah, for the cost.
Immediately, your Theban goes up to 3k and just blows me up.
Yeah, for the cost of 1,500 life points, you'd be taking 3,000 damage and go neg 1 in
and
cards.
then Theban would be at 3k starting your next turn. There's no way I can get over it.
Mm-hmm. Well, except for bouncing it, which was the big thing. I'm like, I know there's nothing in here that reliably has 3k plus attack to get over Theban, but
I think
at the start of
my dragon.
Yeah.
So.
The problem is at the start of the next turn, it goes back down to 1,500 when I draw a card.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it goes down to 1,500 until you play that card. If you play it and it's a spell, then it goes back up to 3k. Or if you play the monster.
Yeah, it'd have to be a monster so I could play it.
So you would need to have cards that you can just get out of your hand as fast as possible with Theban. I don't think that this deck or this set really even kind of facilitated that. Cold Wave also did a number on you, I think.
Oh, it 100% did, and I never got to play my own, so.
Yeah. So.
Well.
No, I think this was a really It appeared fairly even, but I definitely think it was in my favor.
I think so. Well, yeah, just looking at the monsters is really what it is. You had a lot of really good spells and traps, but I mean, all of I had answers to your spell and traps left and right, basically. What I never had answers for was your monsters. Yeah, that's the problem. Magical Stone Excavation, isn't that an ultra rare? I think so. It was expensive.
I think it's pretty high rarity. I mean, we'll see in I'll see in the card opening.
Yeah, but I never got to use it because, I was kind of hoping that, if I got a full hand, if I can get Theban Nightmare on the field and discard 2 to grab Rush Recklessly back, then I can use Rush Recklessly on Theban Nightmare. Now it's 3,700, and then, but
yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good strategy. I don't think that you had a bad. I don't think you were wrong in your strategy. I think it's just mine was a simpler strategy. Get warm bodies on the field, tribute them for big monsters, and hit hard.
Well, I mean, that's just classic Yu-Gi-Oh right there.
Yeah.
I mean, my strategy had nothing to do with Theban Nightmare. Theban Nightmare was in there because it was the next best stat line that I had, and
Fair enough.
in the off chance that I can use its effect, it's super strong, but I wasn't trying to play around that effect. My big problem was that, I was so happy to get Prohibition, but then I never knew what to hit.
Yeah, I think if you had hit Treeborn Frog rather than Chiron, that would have been a better play.
I thought about hitting Treeborn, but at the time I was also, really counting on me being able to keep up field presence with monsters. And I just couldn't. Not after you bounced Vanities, and I had to waste that turn.
Bouncing Vanities just completely won me the game. That's just and I had so many answers to Vanities. I had Soul Exchange, Hammer Shot. I could bounce it. I could get Facilier out there somehow. There's just a lot of things I could have done.
Well, to be fair, if you had tried any of your ways of getting rid of it other than Mysterious Guard wouldn't have worked, because I had Curse Seal on the field and Magical Stun Excavation in my hand, so you'd have to use 2 spells back to back to get rid of it, which I'm sure you could have done.
I mean, it's possible. It would have been really hard. It
Yeah.
would have been really hard. But I had so much recursion. I figured that there is a world that it's going to exist that I keep a mother grizzly on the field, I keep a Treeborn Frog on the field, or I get it back in the standby or whatever, and I can just tribute it for Facilier and just get over it,
Mm-hmm.
And there's not, from what I'm looking at, there's nothing you could have done to stop that, basically.
No, not realistically. So we continue to be tied because you won season 1, I won season 2, and now we're
by the same amount too. We both won by 1 apiece. So, I guess 2, right? Because it's 10 episodes, so it would be 6-4.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're still going even. So this is anyone's game. Anyone can win. It's not like neither one of us are necessarily better than the other person. I think we both have defined play styles, but outside of that, I think we're pretty evenly skilled. If you guys like this content, please like, subscribe, check out the other shows on the channel, which we'll be continuing on.
Yeah, I'm super excited. These other 2 series have been really fun, so really fun to record, and especially the Archetype Attack one.
Yep, that is James's baby, so please go on there and like it. But yeah, have a wonderful rest of your guys' week, guys, and we'll catch you next time.
Have a good week, guys.